we'll keep this intro brief because we are back with a second doubleheader tonight, a second episode where we talk about The Greatest Showman for the PTC Movie Club of February. Before we even get into that, Mike, I'd seen you earlier today, and you had made more than one comment about my inability to seemingly interact with a human. And I had jokingly said, yeah, I'm just trying to get out all the garbage now, so that way I'm firing all cylinders for the podcast. Grade me. How am I doing so far? How has tonight been now that I got rid of all the garbage jokes earlier in the day?
Yeah. 1 out of 10, with 1 being your normal abysmal performance and 10 out of 10 being like you're a regular, I don't know, Mark Maron or whoever the king of podcast comedy is. You're a solid. Yeah, okay. Todd saying Mark Maron. You're a solid 5.
I'll take it. What does 5 land me? Like, am I like a Paul Scheer or no? Where am I?
5's like Joe Rogan, I guess.
Paul Scheer's bad.
Todd, get the fuck out of here.
Paul Scheer's definitely not up.
So
Paul Scheer is like a war podcast.
So who's a 5 then, Mike? Who's a 5 then?
Who's a 5? You think I'm out here listening to
5
low 5 podcasts?
I mean,
mid-range podcast.
I would say like a 10's Bobby Lee, and then
okay,
and everything under that. I'd give what's it called? What's the one I like that I told Brenden? I told you I've been listening to recently the podcast. The 8's.
Ethan
why am I
Klein?
blanking? Ethan, yeah, I'd say he's like a 7, so like a little bit below Ethan Klein.
I'll take that, I guess. I don't know what any of this means, but sure. Anyways, welcome everyone to the Pass Control Podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest in video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests, sometimes we talk about other podcasts too much. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I'm your host, Brenden Groom, and joining me on this lovely Sunday evening doubleheader is the anime senpai himself, Mr. Michael Goonies Desir. Mike, how are you doing tonight?
Same way I felt an hour ago.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Listen, that's a fair answer. Also joining us is Jen wants to put the vacuum on. Also joining us tonight is the tarnished Todd, the great fell omen. Todd, how are you doing tonight?
Same way I felt last episode.
Oh, you motherfucker! This guy over here, this fucking guy.
This show in general is like a 5, maybe.
Fair.
On a good day.
Fair. Rounding us out.
This show is everything I ever want, everything I ever need. Huh?
That was good, Todd.
I don't get it. What is it? A
Really, you didn't watch the movie.
It's a Greatest Showman song. Oh no. Oh. Also rounding.
It also means that Todd's calling this the greatest show.
I mean, where's the lie? Show me the fucking lie.
This is the greatest show.
Rounding us out this evening is the Disney daddy, the Pixar papi, the musical maestro himself, Mr. Dominic Forty. How you doing tonight?
Same as I was doing last episode.
I fucking knew it was coming. We should have skipped the intro. Anyways,
crushing it.
So if you're just tuning in, we are doing the second bonus. Well, this is technically the pick. The other movie was the bonus, but regardless, we did 2 movies for February, and this is the second of the 2 movies, which is The Greatest Showman. So if you don't know what The Greatest Showman is, you haven't watched The Greatest Showman, you don't want The Greatest Showman spoiled for you for some reason, now is your chance to see your way out and come back at a later time. Because from this point forward, we're going to talk about everything under the Ringling Brothers' sun as we get into P.T. Barnum and the gang in The Greatest Showman. With that being said, a couple of housekeeping things. This episode of the Pass the Roll podcast is sponsored by our good friends at Goodnight Fatty. If you're in the Salem, Massachusetts area or the North Shore of Massachusetts on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday evening, you want yourself something hot, something sweet, something tasty, something fresh out of the oven, you can head on down to 1 Washington Square and get yourself a delicious fatty. And if you don't know what a delicious fatty is, check them out on social media at Goodnight Fatty and at Good Morning Chubby. And let me tell you, you will not be disappointed. Yeah. What do we'll do what we always do. I don't know why I always forget this is what we do, but the first thing we always do when we have a movie is we talk about how it did. So with a budget of $84 million dues, where do we think this did in the box? What do we think this did in the box office? Miguel.
What I remember when this movie came out, is that it stayed in theaters for a very long time.
It stayed in theaters
I
for
think
53 weeks. I don't know if that's long or not.
I mean, that's a full
That's
year.
a year.
Listen, I'm not a doctor. I don't know these things.
Wait, you say a full year?
I don't know. It says that. Let me see. Let me keep scrolling.
To be fair, I think it left theaters and came back into theaters.
That
but
maybe, I don't know,
it doesn't
because
matter.
it looks like according to this chart, it left in June 14th. I don't know why it says. I don't know. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's like it released elsewhere at later times, so it's like more weeks because it released not everywhere simultaneously.
I do want to say that it may have started as a limited release, but
Gotcha. So I don't know. Regardless, I don't know. Actually, no. It says release date here. It says release date December 20th, 2017 to July 26th, 2018. So I don't know what is going on with this. Regardless, a budget of 84 million.
I think it was a limited release.
Gotcha.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. So, 84, I'm gonna say it doubled, maybe even 2.5 multiplier.
I'm sorry, what was the budget?
84 million.
84.
84 million. Okay.
So I'm gonna give it a cool 200. 210.
210.
I'll say $1.50.
$1.50. Dom, where are you coming in?
So I know that there was talks about making a second one of these movies,
Oh, okay.
but that failed because Fox had been acquired by Disney.
Okay.
Right.
So
Oh,
it did
that's
well.
on Disney Plus. Okay, gotcha.
It did well. I'm gonna say 175 and split the difference.
All right. Well, I'm going to say that worldwide, you are all very incorrect. This movie did a whopping $434 million dues.
What was the U.S. box office?
174.
Okay.
I nailed it.
Look at that.
So yeah, I would say movie did pretty well. Pretty well, Steve. So there's that. Also, where did I put that? Where is the Tomato Town? Just touched down in Tomato Town. Apparently I closed that window. Where do we think this got on the tomato meter, as well as the audience score, Todd?
I know that it wasn't reviewed well. I don't know where, but I want to say like 50, 50s.
50?
I'll say 50.
Okay.
And I want to say that I think audience liked it though, and I want to say it was probably in the 80s. So I'll go 50, 80.
50, 80, all right. Mike?
Those are some good numbers. I don't know anything about the critic reception. If everyone's saying that it was received poorly, then I will say 45 for critic, but I do believe people generally enjoyed it.
I was going to say around
Again,
45 too.
It was in theaters for a year. So, and it made
54 weeks, Mike?
$400 million.
Year plus.
And it made $400 million. So, what did Todd say for audience?
I said 80, 50, 80.
80. Okay, I'm gonna say 84 because that just sounds like
Fuck
a good
you,
number.
Mike.
So Mike's going 45, 84. Dom, where you landing this?
I'm gonna go 60, 82.
Oof. Well,
I like these numbers.
I'm not a doctor, so I don't know who gets the win here, but with a tomato meter of 57
Ooh.
and an audience score. What?
What did someone else say?
Mike said 45. Dom said 50 or 60. I honestly just forgot what Dom just said.
Yeah.
And then an audience score of 86.
Oh,
So close.
We had some close guesses here. Not bad. Better than The Wiz.
we had knowledge though.
Yeah.
That's true.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is indeed power.
I mean, I look up Rotten Tomato score, like not before we would do these, but like I look it up like every movie that comes out. I'm always like, oh, it did this. And I like kind of check the audience score every fucking movie too.
Yeah. I will say, both of these films, both The Wiz, which we don't need to keep talking about The Wiz, but The Wiz and The Greatest Showman, stacked cast. I mean, they got some good cast members here. I mean,
I disagree. I disagree completely.
really? What are you not liking?
I think So I think that Hugh Jackman carries this movie on his back. I am not a fan of Zac Efron in this movie, and I like Zac Efron. I just don't think he works. And Zendaya's kind of just Zendaya. Like, I like her, but
But
I want to
Zendaya is
see her
barely
like,
in the film, I would argue, at least as
yeah,
like
no,
the
I know.
center of the
Like,
scene.
who else is like a big person in this movie? Like,
Michelle Williams, I would argue.
yeah, she's good. She's good. Yeah, I can't knock her. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Like before I watched it, I looked at all. I'm like, I didn't know Michelle Williams was in this. I didn't know this person was in this. But
How about Yaha Al Mateen? Is that his
who's
name?
that? Who's that?
Oh, the guy that played Morpheus in The Matrix Revolution.
Wait, is he in this?
He's the
even
one
realize
that
that
he
was him.
acted with Zendaya. Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't even realize that was him. That's crazy.
I'm trying to think who else. I don't know. I thought Zac Efron was pretty good in this.
I thought so
I'm
too.
gonna say Zac Efron kind of ruined the movie for me.
Interesting.
I
Wow.
felt like
I love this take.
Every musical scene, I felt like I was watching High School Musical, like with him and Zendaya when they're doing that little scene. Like,
Wait, is
right
Zendaya
after,
in High School Musical too?
No, but I'm saying
No.
like, but like the scene.
Wait, you've
after,
seen
like,
High School Musical, Todd?
No, but like that's all I know. I mean, no, but like that's what Zac Efron did. So it's like him going back to a musical kind of thing is just like hard to like.
So what's wrong with Hugh
disassociate.
Jackman doing that? Hugh Jackman has a career in Broadway.
No, I think Hugh Jackman's amazing because he like is a huge Broadway guy and everything, and I don't think.
But
it's
why?
a bad
But
thing,
is it okay for Hugh Jackman to be Mr. Wolverine and then be Mr. Broadway, and that's okay with you? But Zac Efron can't do that. Zac Efron can't be in comedies and other movies and then come back and sing and dance.
It's not that he can't do it. I've just never seen. I think Zac Efron is like really fucking good in comedies. He's like top notch in comedies. As far as like serious movies, I've never really seen a serious movie with him in it that I've been like, oh, Zac Efron was really good in that movie.
Is Zac Efron the?
What about
Is that
what
the
about
meme
Charlie?
with like the guy like this 3 times? Is that Zac Efron?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's High School
Charlie
Musical,
St. Cloud?
There it is.
I've never seen Charlie St. Cloud.
I don't even know if I've seen a Zac Efron movie. Is he in 21 Jump Street?
He's in
Neighbors.
What?
People love Neighbors.
I don't think I ever saw
Neighbors.
Neighbors.
Is great. Yeah,
He's always in Neighbors
so good
too.
at that.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Vice City.
Neighbors.
I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen either of those movies. Is he not in 21 Jump Street or 22 Jump Street? I thought he was. I don't know why I'm
No, it's his
confusing
brother.
him.
No,
it's oh, I'm sorry.
You're thinking about Franco. Dave Franco.
James Franco's brother is like a genius, comedic genius. He's so good. Like
Dave Franco is pretty great.
Yeah. But I always
was going to
confuse
go to
those two
Berkeley.
guys.
Oh, maybe I'll just ruin Todd and pick this movie as my next movie because he's in another musical.
What is he in? Tell me right now.
He's in
I know
Hairspray.
it's Hairspray. I knew it was going to be Hairspray.
They
With-
made a remake of Hairspray?
Yeah, with John Travolta.
Yeah, I've seen
Really?
that
With
movie.
Travolta.
I've seen that movie.
I know
Rosie
he
O'Donnell's in it
plays the
too,
mother,
right?
doesn't he? He plays the mom, right? Yes. I actually would want to watch it just to see John Travolta play the mom.
I have seen that movie. Wait, there's a TV series coming called Killing Zac Efron.
Doesn't surprise me.
Good.
I'm
Good Bridget.
just looking for. I don't know if I've ever actually seen a movie that
I
like.
think that's actually the plot of the show.
Right.
I don't know. John Tucker Must Die. Isn't that the same movie?
Wait, Zac Efron's in that movie?
No, I have no idea. But isn't that like?
Oh.
Are they trying to kill him in that movie? I'm assuming no.
I
don't know.
forget. And it's
I
sad
don't
that we
remember
watched
either.
that movie in school.
Wait, what?
Wait, you
I
did?
didn't watch
You
that.
watched it?
I watched it
You
in
guys
school.
like 22?
Dom and I had the same class in high school, and
What
for
was the
whatever reason
subject?
we watched-
What was the subject?
Oh, I forgot.
Does it matter?
I don't know, Mr. McBeal. I
Wait, you
forgot
watched
that.
in school? That's
Yeah,
Yep.
I watched High School Musical in school too.
Yeah, Todd. They
I-
also watched Full
also
Metal
saw
Alchemist
Mean Girls
in
more
that
than
class.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Can we
Mean
just,
Girls
I just want to
more
say
than
something
once
for a
in high
second.
school.
You know what I watched? You know what
Different
I watched
classes.
in high school? I watched fucking Platoon in high school. All right.
Yeah,
So-
they watched Full Metal Alchemist too.
Yeah, right.
I
Yeah,
forgot that
and,
Zac Efron was Ted Bundy in that Netflix show
Yeah.
or movie. I wanted to watch
I
that.
heard it was pretty good in that. Same.
Yeah.
I don't hate Zac Efron. I just there was
Sounds
something
like you
about.
do. Sounds like you do.
Sounds like you did.
I don't want to like overtake this with these takes, but for this movie, for me, I felt like there was something missing. It was so grand and big, but I feel like the story parts felt empty to me. Like I felt like I didn't really dig many of the characters
So
at all.
here's some of my broad strokes takes on this film. I think I overall did not enjoy this film.
I didn't. Yeah, I would probably agree with you.
I think that a lot of the songs were not to my liking. I said this to Mike earlier, and I think Mike also may have agreed. I think the best song scene in the movie is probably when Hugh Jackman is trying to get...
The girl?
Huh?
When he's trying to get the...
See, that's two different songs. It's two different songs. You guys are talking about two different songs.
I'm talking about Hugh Jackman is trying to get Zac Efron to work for him. I liked that scene. I think that was like... I was like the best probably choreographed, like, fun musical scene in the film. I think I just liked it mostly because if you rewatch that scene, the bartender's doing some heavy fucking lifting, like really cool shit in the background, like flipping glasses and like...
No, I agree with you because it's just because probably what we've done for so many years.
It was just like I really appreciated what was going on in that scene and a lot of the shit in the background. It was like kind of fun back and forth. I also liked the song that was nominated for an Oscar. This Is Me.
This Is Me.
Yeah.
Is that the one when they're when they all go to the Ritz?
It's when they get like shunned from the party they're like walking out. Yeah.
It's when the girl sings by herself. It's at the...
No. So that is also a fucking jam. Yeah.
That is hands down. Like that song. Like I didn't really like this movie that much.
Wait, which
song?
That
song like gave me...
He's talking about the one that the Mockingbird sings like on stage. The one
on stage.
That
song gave me goosebumps,
he brings over
from
England.
Yeah, like when he's like they're like looking.
That didn't do anything for me.
Top. Oh, that song's like top tier. Yeah. Like that is a very very. It's
a great song.
Like yeah, it is really good. Like that, I thought that was the best part of the movie. To be honest with you.
No, I actually hated the plot line with that lady. I really like that.
I think the plot line with that lady sucked, but I do think that song was leaps and bounds better than any song in that movie.
The only thing I want to say about that in particular was that I did not know Rebecca Ferguson was in this movie. And as soon as I saw her and Hugh Jackman in scenes together, I'm like, where have I seen this before? I was thinking about that other movie that came out last year with Hugh Jackman and Rebecca Ferguson, where you could like erase minds. I forget what the plot of that movie was. It was something about memory.
I don't think the plot line of trying to make it seem like he was going to go with her made any sense in that movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how like the wife was kind of like, you know, like getting worried about like him being with her and everything, and like I just don't think
you guys are talking about plot lines. I don't know how much of this is based on real life,
so it's not. And that was the other. I think that is ultimately what was very hard for me to even consider enjoying the movie, was simply because I did a little bit of reading into how like historically accurate this movie is, and it sounds like it really is
not historically accurate.
Yeah.
Is none of the love story is?
That's what I read. Those that the Jenny Lind character, the Rebecca Ferguson character, that love interest thing doesn't exist. Zac Efron's character and Zendaya's character also don't exist. And the thing that like I think this movie would have been better if it just wasn't based on, or like, you know, loosely based on a real character. They should have just made the same movie and just make it about the circus. And like, I think that would have just made this a more enjoyable movie, because like the movie portrays P.T. Barnum as like not a savior to these people, but it makes it seem like he genuinely cares about these people. And according to the brief stuff that I've read tonight, that's actually very much not the case with who P.T. Barnum was. Like, he was not nice to the people. He was
a swindler.
Yeah. So like, I feel like they could have just kept the same movie the way it was, just not make it about a historical figure. Because
I thought that like that whole interaction between him and, is it Jenny?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't think that worked. It wasn't believable. Like, he never seemed like that type of guy. Like,
yeah.
It just
so one of the things that I think I realized as I was watching this movie is that musical sequences in movies for me have to be good, or like something that appeals to me, or it's really hard for me to sit through those segments of a movie. Like it's got to nail it for me to like stay interested. One of the first, if not the first, musical scene in this film is Hugh Jackman as a kid, and I think the thing I hate absolutely the fucking most is kids singing.
Yeah,
I just
100%,
don't.
100%.
I just no. I can't. Like that scene didn't even need to fucking happen. Like it could have happened as just, hey, my dad was treated like shit. I was treated like shit. We were poor. Whatever. People look down on us, spit on us. Whatever. Cool. That all can exist as just make it fucking story plot. It doesn't need to be a song. Get that the fuck out of here.
Sweeney Todd has a song, I believe, if I remember correctly, that has kids when he's younger. It's singing, and I just remember it lost me. I was like, this is, I don't want this.
The song with him as a kid was just supposed to be like him showing that his dream is to like be a showman.
I'm down with it. I'm cool with it. It just didn't need to be a song. It just didn't need to be a song.
I watched half
his
of the
dream is to
movie.
be a showman, so
yeah, but it could have just been.
Something.
It could have just been acting. It could have just been dialogue. It didn't have to be a fucking song. I'm on the beach. I end up marrying this girl. This makes no sense. Anyways,
I watched half of this movie. Well, I split the movie into halves. Like I watched one half and then I went to sleep and I watched the next half the next day. Going to sleep, I did have a million dreams stuck in my head. Like I just kept humming the song in my head. So I liked the song.
Which one's oh yeah, is it the kids song?
One you were literally just talking about.
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you a
Emily's
single line from that song.
Wait, which one was I
It's
just
the
talking
same
about?
song that they sing at the end of the movie.
No, the one they opened the movie with, right? Is that what you're talking
I'm
about?
talking about the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
it's the same song that he sings with his daughters. It's the same song that he sings. Yeah, it's the same song.
What is it?
What
is it?
I like that
A
song
Million
too.
Dreams.
Yeah, but give me
Yeah, I
like
think
the chorus or something if you have it.
It's everything
A
you ever
million dreams
want,
are
it's
keeping
everything
me awake.
Yeah, I don't know. This movie
I
fucking
will
sucked.
say this. You know what's funny about this? Watching this movie, 2 of the songs from this movie I know from TikTok. They were like TikTok trends. They were TikTok trends. The song that the girl sings and the opening song are like songs that people use for a TikTok trend like a year or 2 ago. And I was just like, wait. I was like, that's from this? 2 times in the movie, I was like, oh, okay.
Wait, the song "The Greatest Show" was from the movie "The Greatest Showman"? What a shock!
No, it's like the "Everything You Ever Want" line. That verse was like a big TikTok trend.
Everything you ever want.
Yeah.
I will say that like one of the weird, and I brought this up to Mike earlier too. One of the in Mike's explanation of the scene makes it make more sense. I just wish that they used literally any other thing to convey the point that Mike said they were trying to make, which early in the film, they're on the roof with their kids, and like, I don't know, he's like, this is a wishing fucking jar. You can give me a wish and it'll come true. Whatever bullshit thing they're talking about. And one of the daughters says like, I wish I had ballerina slippers. Cool. Get it. Makes sense. And the other daughter says, I want to marry Santa Claus. I had to rewind the fucking movie and be like, did she just say, I want to marry Santa Claus? Mike, explain to me what you explained of the significance of what they're trying to convey there. Because I agree with your explanation. I just wish they didn't choose marry Santa Claus.
Yeah. The significance was he clearly doesn't have money to like give them actual gifts to buy. So he makes a little wishing things like, hey, wish what you want and one day it'll come true. And the little girl wishes for something absurd because she's a small child and it's like, I want to marry Santa Claus. Because in her head, probably she thinks marriage is like the ideal and who else would you want to marry but besides like the biggest guy you know, which is Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
And the other girl wishes for something that, you know, a parent should be able to provide for their daughter, which is ballerinas. That's why it like, you know, when she gets her wish, she's like, I wish for ballerina slippers. You can see him like, shit, I wish I could go out and actually buy this girl ballerina slippers rather than this little makeshift, which was admittedly a very impressive makeshift gift with the lights and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you know, that's basically what it was. And apparently Brenden has problems with a girl wanting to marry Santa Claus. He would rather be another fantastical wish.
That's just a weird thing to wish for. That's just a weird... it's just a weird thing. I don't know. It was bizarre. I had to rewind it to see if that's what they actually had said in the scene. I don't know. It caught me off guard. I was not expecting that line of dialogue, I guess. And then I just thought it was funny that later on, when he starts having success and buys the house, buys the daughter the slippers, and then I'm like, I was like, oh, what is he gonna give the other daughter? A dollhouse. It's just like, I don't know. I was just,
you could never make that wish.
You were waiting for him to bring home Santa Claus.
No, it was such a ridiculous thing. It was just.
She's a child. It's
Bro,
supposed to be
dream,
ridiculous.
Man. What the fuck, man? Want to go tell Liam what's going on with Santa right now? Like, you want to?
Yeah. Go tell Liam that God is good, God is great. Anyways, the other thing that I was trying to find more of an answer on was how much of the movie, if not all of it or none of it, was like actually everyone singing and dancing. And it seems like for the most part, it was everyone singing and dancing.
Yeah.
Which I thought, like,
I would imagine.
Well, I mean, I know that, like, Hugh Jackman again has a Broadway background, so like it's not unbelievable that for him to do that. But like I feel like the cast was very talented, and I think like it makes it more impressive when it's like, oh no, all these people are actually doing this too. Like it's just like an interesting additional anecdote about the film, and it seems like most of them, if not all the scenes, were them doing that, which is cool to see. You like to see that raw talent kind of get the show, get the
it
center
sets
stage.
you into the movie more if you like.
100%. Yeah,
songs and stuff.
Yeah. What else are we liking and disliking about this film?
I don't know how you guys don't think like more than half these songs are bops.
I'll have to listen to just the soundtrack this week and see if I'm missing some stuff.
Total. Maybe 3. I like the bar song, and now that Brenden brings that up, I did kind of like the bar. So I like the opening song, I like the bar song, and I like the solo song. I didn't like the Zendaya, Zac Efron song. I didn't like.
Todd just didn't like any song that involved Zac Efron. He didn't like
Efron or Zendaya, apparently.
I like Zendaya as an actress, but I feel like looking at her, what she's done so far, I'm not a huge fan. Although I will say, what turned me over on Zendaya was the Malcolm and Marie movie. I don't know if you guys watched it on Netflix. I was like, whoa, she's a really good actress. Like after I saw that, but yeah, I think she's just kind of like and like Brenden said, her role is not that big in this movie. I feel like they brought her in just to bring people in, basically.
Oh, actually, there are some scenes where Hugh Jackman does not sing because.
No, that was for the screen test, I think. I think that was for screening test.
Okay, he had skin cancer on his nose, and he was told not to sing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So when they were originally marketing the film, he had just gone through that, so they had to bring in.
It was a Broadway actor.
Yeah, it's one of the guys from The Flash, Mike, but I can't remember which one.
Jordan. I just had it up. It was something Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't remember who.
Or, no, now I can't remember. Anyways, they had him sing Hugh Jackman's parts, but, like, 3/4 of the way through, he was, like, so into it that Hugh Jackman just started singing anyways.
Sounds about right.
There's a pretty good video of the girl singing "This Is Me," and, like, you can literally see, like, Hugh Jackman, like, moved to tears by, like, hearing her sing it for the first time.
Yeah. Well, so, like, it sounds like... So, Jesse Vitelli, friend of the program, he works on and has family members that work on Broadway in New York, and he had shared like a I don't know if it was a YouTube video or if it was a TikTok or something, but he shared something from Hugh Jackman like at a stage production, like really getting into after the show, like on stage, talking about the other people in the production. So like he's definitely like very much cares about what goes into, doing this type of thing. So I don't know, it's like nice to continue to be like, oh yeah, like he's that invested in that performance that he's like coming to tears. Seems like a swell guy.
I was just gonna say, like, the dude's been married to the same woman his entire life through like his success in Hollywood. Like, you don't it's very rare you see someone like this who like
Yeah.
just seems like a genuinely good guy.
Yeah. Fucking get him in the MCU, please. Just for at least for a fucking cameo. Like, just.
I mean, at this point, like, I mean, I'm sure. Who knows? Maybe we'll see him in Doctor Strange.
It would be nice. I did with you bringing that up real quickly. I did mention to Mike earlier. I'm just gonna like go out on a limb and say when Multiverse of Madness comes out, we're gonna get a Doctor Strange skin in Fortnite.
Ooh.
I hope that we at the bare minimum get like a Wanda skin too, just because we at least know she's in the movie, and like we've never got a Wanda skin, so I feel like that would be dope. But
Package deal between the two.
yeah, I mean, I think we are bound to see maybe a couple of skins when that movie comes out.
Not to go off topic too much further either, but I finally got my first spoiler for No Way Home today, and it was a big one. I was really pissed.
I don't have anything yet.
I went this long, man. I was really pissed about it.
You know, it was a good run.
Yeah, it was a good run.
Yeah, damn, that sucks.
If they released it February fucking 28th, like they said they would, it wouldn't have been a problem.
They never said anything. That was just.
And people
just
in the comments are like, "Dude, the movie's been out for 4 months." I'm like, "Yeah, motherfucker, I haven't gone to the movie theaters because of fucking COVID, assholes."
Yeah.
Like,
I don't remember if I brought this on the podcast, but I was debating going to see Spider-Man last week. I was like, let me watch ticket sales. Let me just see how this movie theater fills up. Because it was like a 4:00 showing or 4:30. I looked at like 1:00 and there were 5 seats sold. I was like, all right, if it stays like this, maybe I'll like buy the furthest seat away from everyone and like just fucking see the movie and leave. An hour later, I looked at the tickets again. It like
I told you,
doubled in size.
Yeah,
and then like
yep.
I looked again a few minutes later and it was almost full. I was like, yeah, I'm never seeing this fucking movie in the theater. Like, it's just not happening.
Right.
It's just not happening. Especially, I mean, maybe I'll look again the middle of this week now that the Batman is out. Maybe that will pull some of the viewership away, but I don't know. It's also seemingly in theaters around here being shown less. So like there's less showings, meaning that like the people that do want to see it are probably going to these limited showings at this point because the movie's been out for so long. At least in the theaters that I've looked at up near me.
What other Disney movie has come out?
There's a Disney movie coming to Disney Plus, and I don't even know if they're putting it in the theaters. It's like I think it's called
Turning Red.
Yeah, Turning Red is not going to theaters.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like Disney usually takes up a certain amount of theaters. Oh, but that's Sony, so never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, right now for blockbusters, you have Spider-Man, Uncharted, and Batman. I don't know what else is in theaters. I'm not paying attention to that stuff at this point.
Uncharted is also Sony, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
Batman is Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uncharted would start taking some of No Way Homes. Yeah.
Okay. So like, yeah, there's less showings, at least in the theaters up here by me. So I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it. But at this point, I mean, it's the 6th. I got about 2.5 weeks or whatever. Math. I don't know. No. Yeah. A little over 2 weeks left before it comes out. So I'll just plan on the day that it comes out will be I'm not doing anything but making a big ass fucking bowl of popcorn and watching this fucking movie. If something gets spoiled, fucking spoiled for me between now and then, one thing has been spoiled for me, but it was something that I had assumed anyway.
I'm wondering if it's the same thing that got spoiled for me.
Mike, you ready for this?
Shoot.
Ruin everyone's day right now?
No, don't do that. Please don't do that.
Just do it at this point.
We have the power.
You do. You really do. But yeah, so back to The Greatest Showman. I thought the movie was fine. Like, I didn't think the acting or like performances were bad. I just like the movie was kind of whatever. And I think I was ultimately being pulled away just because while I was watching the movie, I was just like, yeah, but like, was he actually nice to these people? Like, it seems like unbelievable that he would be.
It was odd to fantasticize.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the word.
Probably just fantasize.
Nah.
Yeah, but I don't
romanticize.
That doesn't sound
romanticize.
Right. Romanticize, I guess.
Yeah.
Like a real life person like that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why they just wouldn't make it about nothing. Like no, or just not about a person.
It is odd.
Because like,
I mean, I just separated reality from the movie because I knew that there's no way that this shit is the actual story.
Yeah.
So I
meant to
That's
look.
why it didn't review well. I'm looking at reviews right now. It didn't review well.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
everyone's like,
People were
this
having
is
that
just
issue with
kinda
it.
like, yeah.
I did mean to look up because I was curious. The
other thing that I read about reviews was that people weren't happy with a period piece having like such pop, like modern pop songs in it.
Yeah. Well, I will say the opening. So that opening song, like the opening credit song, that's the same song that they sing throughout the movie.
Yes, it should be.
Yeah.
So like that whole thing, I had like looked at Jen and I was like, this fucking Imagine Dragons bullshit. Like, what is this? And it just sounded like an Imagine Dragons song to me.
You know what's so funny is that like we all shit on Imagine Dragons, myself included, and then the Arcane song.
Yeah, that's the only song. That's the only one.
No. Because I went back and listened to the Imagine Dragons catalog, and I'm like, you know what? Why am I? I'm like, this is like Nickelback all over again.
Pop.
Like,
no,
yeah,
it's
they're
just pop music, and they're not bad songs. They're not.
Todd, it's not Nickelback.
It's pop music.
They are. I said it before, and I'll say it again. They are this generation's YouTube. They exist. They're always at award shows. They always perform. They always win awards. I don't know anyone that fucking likes Imagine Dragons. Yet Apple puts it on my phone somehow.
We're also old, but like but
speak
honestly,
for yourself.
Go back to their catalog. No, you're old too. Get the fuck out of here. Go back to their catalog and like go to like Apple Music and play their like top like 6 songs. You're like, wait, that's them. That song's not bad.
Listen. Listen. I'm just. Their music is fine, but like I wouldn't say it's like even necessarily like genre defining pop music. I think the other thing that makes Imagine Dragons like public reception a little murky sometimes is that, and again, award shows are fucking whatever, they're stupid, but they constantly get nominated and win for rock album or like rock music, and I think that's where some people are like, this isn't fucking rock music.
No one should be watching fucking Grammys because Grammys has always been that way. It's like it treats rap horribly. It fucking throws people in categories that don't belong. It only rewards successful, like the biggest like sellers of the year. It doesn't like ever nominate people on merit or like just great music. Like
it's not even just the Grammys. But I think that's also speaks to an issue of like there's probably just not a lot of modern rock music there's just not a lot of modern rock music that would follow.
You know what? I think we could find some stuff, and we'd probably be like Greta Van Fleet. I'm not a big Greta Van Fleet fan, but like, I like
Greta Van Fleet. No, I think their shit fucking slaps, baby.
No, I think
so. Imagine Dragons has won 1 Grammy. They won for Radioactive as best rock performance.
Song, so funny.
But the songs that it went up against are Always All Right by the Alabama Shakes,
which is a great song. That should have won. Personally,
I don't even know. I don't know the song, and it doesn't even have the ability to click on it on Wikipedia. The Stars by David Bowie.
By who?
David Bowie.
He had a song out there? I didn't even know he had a song out there.
He put out an album after he died.
Okay.
Kashmir Live by Led Zeppelin.
Wait, really?
Yep.
What?
My God is the Sun by Queens of the Stone Age. And I'm Shaken by Jack White.
So Jack White and the Stone Age are the only people that belong in that category as far as like rock?
That's what I'm saying. I think that's where some of the
Zeppelin belongs there too, and Bowie, but I don't.
But do they belong? Yeah.
Yeah.
They
belong there in 2014. Like,
I feel like that's part of where the I think hate comes from for not me because I don't personally care, but I think that like
the hate comes from they're wildly successful. The same thing, like, and then people look back like Creed, Nickelback. Everyone's like, those people suck, and now everyone's like, you know what? They're really not that bad. We're just giving them a hard time.
Bro, I don't know. I don't think I can name a Nickelback or Creed song. Is Nickelback? Look at that photograph.
Yes, you can name tons. You play Nickelback. I guarantee.
Can name a Creed song, but I don't want to. Like, I'm not going to bat for Creed right now.
No, Creed's first CD is like really good, but like Creed's the one that's like the one with
Putty on the cover.
Yes, yeah. That's
wait. What Creed song did you just sing, Todd?
Arms Wide Open.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I danced to that at like a middle school dance or something. That doesn't make it a good song. I also listened to fucking "Ride My Pony" like 7 million times in slow dances.
That's a fucking bop.
Yeah, I mean that's a bop. We're not talking about Genuine right now. Like Genuine's got bangers. we're not putting Genuine and Imagine Dragons in the same category. It's not happening.
Name one other song by Genuine.
Doesn't matter. Don't need to. That's how good that one song is.
Yeah.
Listen, Todd, if you're horny, jump on it, okay?
Didn't he perform a different song at the Pawnee Festival?
Yeah, and you never heard of him again after that. He fucked up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Wait, so Creed sings with arms wide open?
Yeah.
Creed has a
With
ton
arms
of
wide
fun.
open.
Was Creed? Is that a song on the soundtrack to Apollo 13 or whatever? Or what's the
You're
movie?
thinking of the Aerosmith song.
Yeah, what
Every-
movie is that though? What movie is that?
I don't want to hold my... No, Armageddon.
Armageddon. That's about Apollo, right?
Honest to God,
No,
I honest to God thought Brenden was thinking about Apollo Creed. and
No,
was trying
I was not doing
edit
that.
towards-
For a second.
No. I thankfully Dom is cultured and understands what I'm talking about. Wait, is Armageddon not based on like a real shuttle though?
No.
Like I know it's not a real
Bruce
movie.
Willis and
Do you
they
know what
fucking blew
happened
up
in
an
the?
asteroid.
An asteroid is gonna blow up the Earth.
So we
They
sent.
send-
I'm not
we
saying
sent
I-
into
They sent
space.
Ben Affleck into space.
I'm not.
They spent instead of training astronauts to learn how to drill, they figured we should tell drillers to go into
Just
space.
send Ben Affleck into space with Bruce Willis, and they say, "You guys figure it out."
I
Buscemi.
didn't
Buscemi,
say
get up there.
the plot. I said was it like named Apollo 13 or something? What was the name of the ship?
Apollo 18.
Why does it
I have
matter?
no idea.
I just thought it was based on a real ship name. I don't know how they name space shuttles.
Yeah,
Armageddon.
we had
movie.
several
Actually,
different
no,
Apollo
right.
missions.
Because didn't
So
they
yeah,
actually-
maybe they named it
no.
Apollo. Maybe they just
Mike,
the name
I'm not a
for it.
nest scientist.
no.
That's
It
NASA
is based on
scientist.
real
I
life
said NASA
because
scientist.
they actually did grab oil drillers to go on a rocket ship fucking on a mission for the United States. That happened, right?
Ah, the
They grabbed
space
the-
shuttle Atlantis. Space shuttle Atlantis.
Okay.
Oh, there was also a mission where they took a bunch of retired astronauts and they had to send them into space, right?
Yes.
Which
And,
movie was this?
Gene Hackman was there, and
Oh, Hoosiers. That's Hoosiers.
Alan Alda was there.
Yes. Yeah. What is that called? I can't remember the name of that movie.
Space Cowboys.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Gene Hackman is in Hoosiers, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I'm so happy I just made a movie reference and
Yeah, he's
fucking
the
nailed it.
And that movie's from like the 70s.
What,
Like, late
Hoosiers?
70s, early 80s. Yes.
Yo, Hoosiers
Early
is a
80s.
fucking jam.
Oh,
I
it's
think we-
great. But I'm
I
just
think
saying,
we
like,
watched that in
I'm
high
surprised
school,
you know
too.
what it is.
Yeah. I
Oh,
definitely
that's
watched
I
it in
don't
high
think I
school.
watched Hoosiers.
I think it was actual basketball, like the basketball team homework was to watch Hoosiers.
Okay, that's
You're
why I
gonna
didn't
pass
watch
it 5 times before you can shoot. Okay. Thanks, coach.
1986. All right. Yeah. There you go.
All right.
yeah.
So, anyways,
Back
a
to-
lot of bops in Greatest Showman.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I'll listen to it again. And then you know what, Todd? I will as well this week. I'll listen to what you just said. I'll listen to fucking the top hits of fucking Imagine.
Don't listen to Radioactive because I actually think that song is not.
I
good. That's
hate
what they
I
asked.
hate everything on that album.
I
I
don't know
also
what's on the-
I see here's the thing, and here's how I know I'm already gonna not like listening to Imagine Dragons. And I'm not saying
But
you're
don't get me wrong. I don't ever put Imagine Dragons on in my car, so I'm not like sitting here saying there's some great band. But I put it on the other day because I'm like, when I started listening to the Arcane soundtrack, I was like, what the fuck else do they sing besides Radioactive? I'm like, wait, they sing this song?
all right. Hold on,
Like,
hold on. Do you
I forgot they were in that Lil Wayne song that was in Suicide Squad.
Todd? Do you like U2?
Sucker for Pain.
I'm
Do you-
not, I'm not like I'm not a freak for them, but like I think that.
But do you ever seek
think-
out U2 music?
So every album they did up until Stuck in the Moment album, that album's great too. Everything after that, I have no idea.
But-
so we're talking about like 2003 and on.
But what I'm saying
2000
is
on.
like when you're going to put on music, are you picking U2 ever?
Yeah, I have like 4. Well, when I put on music, I put on shuffle of all my songs and just wait for stuff to come on.
Yeah, but you
Basically,
just
that's what I
said you
do for-
wouldn't seek out Imagine Dragons songs.
Yeah, and when I seeked them out, though, I was like, oh, I kind of like some of these songs. is
But
I'm
what?
saying.
But like, so if I'm trying to make
Yeah,
the
So in your playlist,
Joshua Tree is a CD I would listen. It's like Joshua Tree. Joshua Tree to me is like Fleetwood Mac's Rumors. It's a CD I'll always put on. I'll always listen to. I really enjoy, and I have a bunch of albums in the mix like that. You know, I'm not a diehard U2 guy though. I do like a good amount of their stuff, but also I think my age plays into this quite a bit because they were like when I was little, I grew up with them up until the age I was like 25. They were still putting out hits. So like they've been around for like quite a long time. That they're like a huge part of my life in some regard.
I get that. I was just trying to make the point that like you don't actively seek out U2, but you won't skip it if it comes on.
Here's the problem with U2 is that they released that album that they shoved down everyone's throat that no one wanted, and that got huge backlash, and that came out right around the time of when like memes and everything were big, and that just like buried them. You haven't heard about U2 since that fucking album. They haven't put out any music that's been popular since that album, and like
Put out another album that was related to that album.
Did they?
I just looked it up.
Yeah. It's like, and that
the album that they shoved down everybody's throats was called Songs of Innocence. They put out Songs of Experience.
Oh God. And the thing is with probably with like your age, you guys will probably like have Apple Music or Apple like iTunes, and you're like, why the fuck is this album on? Fuck these guys. So like they like completely destroyed their reputation to a generation that probably could have actually ended up liking a lot of their music. But like I think everyone's like, who the fuck are these old people on my fucking shuffle right now?
Yeah,
you know?
I mean that's possible. I mean, definitely. I don't think anything positive came out of that. I think there was only negative.
Dude, you never like they had a huge comeback in like whenever the Stuck in the Moment album was. That album was enormous. They had about 5 #1 hits off of this. I think it was like 2000, 2001. It was a massive album. And then their next album was the one they put on iTunes, and then you never heard of them again. Like you don't even hear.
I can't name a U2 song right now, but what would a song be that I know?
You can't name a U2 song right now?
No idea. Couldn't tell you.
It's a beautiful day.
With or without you?
And that's more recent too. Like
I mean, Beautiful Day, I know those lyrics, but I wouldn't have been able to name that song.
We could probably go through like a round and do
probably like 20 plus
4 rounds before
Yeah.
All That You Left Behind is the one that you were talking about, right?
Yes. Yeah, it's a good album. It's like
no, because after that they did How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb. That was the one with Vertigo on it.
Oh, okay. That was a different one. Okay.
All right.
Vertigo.
What about the song? What about With or Without You? You don't know.
Yeah, I said that one. Yeah.
Oh, is that the one that goes with arms wide open? What about Tool?
Sunday Bloody Sunday.
How are we feeling about Tool?
I never got into Tool. I just wasn't into that type. Actually, I was into that type of music. I just don't know why I never really got into them. I don't know.
Are they considered rock music? I don't know.
Oh yeah, they're like.
Is Aesop Rock considered rock music? I don't actually know what Aesop Rock does. Do they rap?
Isn't Aesop Rock a rapper? Yeah.
I don't fucking know. What about Aesop Rocky?
Isn't that a rapper as well? Is that the same person?
Yeah, it's A$AP Rocky. No, a different person. I'm just being an idiot now. All right, back to The Greatest Showman. Do we have anything else to say about this movie?
Apparently, I liked it more than you two did.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine.
Mike, what would you give it?
What would I give it? I think going back on our previous scale of 10 being a Mark Maron and 5 being
we need a
Actually,
movie
Brenden got
scale.
knocked down a bit when
we need a movie scale.
Brenden got knocked down a bit for thinking that Armageddon happened in real life. So
I never said that. I
roll
roll the tape back.
7 or an 8.
Yeah, but what's the scale though? We need a musical scale. So like what is 10? What is a 10?
What's a perfect musical?
10 is a
perfect
you don't skip a song. 10 is like it's like
No, but we need a musical.
So is 10 Hamilton?
No.
I mean,
the second half of Hamilton's garbage.
Nah, Hamilton slaps. I'm gonna make everyone watch Hamilton. I'm about to pick Hamilton.
Name a song from the second half of Hamilton after the intermission.
I don't.
This is the greatest show.
So what scene is like resuming the intermission? Like what would the plot? Where would the plot be?
It's when Daveed Diggs turns into not Lafayette. He's Jefferson in the second half.
I mean, I don't know the names of the songs, but the song where he and Aaron Burr are fucking squaring up. That's a banger.
Song where who and Aaron Burr?
Hamilton. Hamilton's son. And Hamilton. Both of them. Bangers.
Hamilton's
is this also plot wise when Hamilton is like this is the room where it happens. Is that second half?
Room Where It Happens
Fucking
is the second
banger.
half.
Banger.
Yo, so let me say this about Hamilton. So I've never seen Hamilton.
So then you can't say anything about Hamilton.
Whoa, hold on.
Let's see let's see what he says. He's gonna say it didn't have Zac Efron in it, so I liked it a lot more.
Yeah, no. So I never watched Hamilton. I have zero interest in ever watching
It's so
Hamilton.
fucking good. I'm that's my pick.
But I
Done.
will say this. I listened to a good chunk of the soundtrack, and the whole
Not a
time I was
feature
like,
film.
this is fucking awful. I'm like, if this isn't the movie, I don't want to see this movie. I was like, how do people rave about this music? I just didn't understand it. Maybe I have to see the movie to appreciate the music, or the
It
play,
is
but-
so fucking good. Like I could listen to some of those songs fucking nonstop. The King is so fucking good. Oh my god, so fucking good. I love that. Like, listen, prior to watching Hamilton on Disney Plus, I would never have been like, no, I'll watch Hamilton. Like I was against watching Hamilton. Like I wanted nothing to do with it. Cam, friend of the show, kept saying, "Yo, you gotta watch this on Disney Plus. You gotta watch it." One night, Jen was like, "Yeah, we can watch it." We watched it, and I shit you not, we watched it, and we fucking watched it again. Like we just watched it again right after we watched it. It was so fucking good. Fuck, I'm gonna listen to that soundtrack all week now. It's a good fucking movie. Play whatever the fuck it is, musical. So Mike, what is a 10 on your scale of musicals?
10 on my scale of musicals. I have to think about what musicals I've seen.
Do Disney
because
movies
off the top
count
of
as
my
musicals? They're kind of musicals.
Dom and I have had this discussion before, and I forget where we landed on this.
We made it its own category.
That's fair.
What about
I think it needs to be its own category.
what about the Scrubs episode My Musical?
Ooh.
That was
That
a good
was a-
episode.
Is that a 10? Is that the 10?
So
Sure, why not?
There's
Every
gotta be
once in a while,
there's
I'll-
gotta be a musical Community episode, at least one.
I don't know if they committed to an
What do you guys
episode.
think about Little Shop of Horrors?
Yeah, see, that would be like my go-to 10 just because off the top of my
Same.
head, I know I liked that
100%.
movie.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I go too. I don't know if it's based off the music or not, although I like the music in it. But
Mike, you love Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I actually like
True.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. I saw Rocky Horror Picture Show where everyone talks during the movie. Like you go at like
Oh, really?
midnight. Yeah. It's actually made me appreciate the movie way more.
I think me and Mike talked about doing that, and then we had an experience, and we're like, yeah, we're not doing that.
No, you probably don't want to be there. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
I never
We
watched
had
Rocky Horror Picture
we
Show.
essentially had that happen to us, but like not by choice.
Not by choice. It
Yeah,
just
right.
it just sort of
Somebody,
happened.
we were watching it, and somebody came into the room and just sat down.
it was. Oh God, yeah. That's yeah.
Sapphire Jade in the chat said, "The Nightman cometh, perfect musical."
Yes.
That
Yeah.
it's
That's
true.
Up there.
Good.
All right, so this is a 7 for you, Mike. I don't know. I this is what I'll say about The Greatest Showman.
I'll give it 6.5.
I wouldn't watch it again. That's what I'll say about the
No,
movie.
I
I would
wouldn't
not
either.
watch it again. It does not get a Brenny Double Down rewatch. Not happening.
It's no Jesus
Here's what
Christ.
I'll say.
Superstar.
I don't.
I want to be able to pick that, but there's no like film version of it.
Thank God. Thank God.
That is a banger of a musical.
Here's what I'll say.
Oh no.
I don't see myself rewatching a lot of movies. I think, at least not going out of my way to rewatch it. More if it's on TV and I've seen it before and I have nothing else going on, I'll let it play.
However,
However, number one, coming off of The Wiz, because I watched The Wiz first and then I watched The Greatest Showman. I think The Wiz, because I was so let down by it, The Greatest Showman seemed a lot better in comparison, just in terms of structure, songs, all sorts of things. Like I just end up enjoying it a lot more.
Mhm.
And then going further, like I said, I wouldn't rewatch it, go on my way to rewatch it. I could be convinced to sit down and rewatch it.
but why would you need
That's-
to be convinced?
I don't know.
The
I
only
feel like there's
we know what that means, Mike. The only reason you're sitting down to watch that is because you're trying to cut a hole in the bottom of that popcorn. You know what I'm saying?
maybe. Wow some people by me singing, This Is Me or whatever.
Fuck, I'm gonna watch Hamilton this
But
week.
I don't think I could do that with The Wiz. I think The Wiz, I would say, pick something else.
The Wiz is also really long. That's the thing. This movie's a lot
This is
shorter.
so long.
I have
lot
a really
shorter.
hard time with older movies too. They're just like,
Yeah,
dated
I'm
movies. They're
kind
just-
of also
I-
in the same boat where I like Jen likes to watch older movies or black and white films, and a lot of times I'm just like, Nothing about this. I just don't care.
I consider
just
myself
don't.
a movie buff too, and like I feel like that's like a big thing that I need to dive into because maybe I'd appreciate some of these older movies.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes when these things are on, it just all looks like the same fucking movie.
I know,
it's just it's just here's a white guy going, well, see, like, you know, like I can't fucking do it. I just can't fucking do it. I just can't. Oh, this has Gregory Peck in it. Whoa. I don't even know who the fuck that is. I just said, is that the main character from To Kill a Mockingbird, or is that a real person? I don't even know.
It's a real person.
Okay, all right. What's the main character from To Kill a Mockingbird named?
Gregory Peck.
I fucking hate Todd. Wait, what is the main character? Not Boo Radley.
I don't know.
Atticus Finch.
Atticus Finch. There it is.
There it is.
Oh, okay.
I think Gregory Peck plays Atticus Finch. I'm pretty sure that's true.
Gregory Peck is in the original Cape Fear. The original Cape Fear is Gregory Peck, and he did like I think he did a.
Wait, the Simpsons episode Cape Fear is based off of a movie?
Stop it.
Isn't that what that episode's called though? Cape Fear.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do a like thing.
What does it have to do with the movie?
It's the whole thing. I'm pretty
Bart
sure.
Must
Like,
Die?
I can't remember that episode.
That's Bart Must Die, right?
Is it Bart Must Die?
It's the one where they
He's in the
go
movie
and
thing.
they
He
go
goes
to
to the
witness
movie
protection and what's his face? Sideshow Bob is
Sideshow Bob,
you
yeah.
know, obviously looking for Bart to kill him.
Isn't Sideshow Bob in the movie theater laughing too? Isn't that like a part in that episode? Don't they like pull from that whole movie?
Probably.
I can't remember. It's been a while.
The part where he's hiding under the car, I'm pretty sure is from Cape Fear, right?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. The episode of The Simpsons Cape Fear does have similarities to this movie, Cape Fear?
I believe so.
I don't fucking know. I don't know what Cape Fear is. I've seen the Simpsons episode because...
It's Scorsese.
Wait, Armageddon's not a real thing?
Never said it. Roll the tape back. I said it's based on the real ship, not a real plot. Anyways.
Based on what would that even mean?
I just thought they were like, hey, we're going to... It's the same thing with this fucking movie, Greatest Showman. We're going to use P.T. Barnum in the circus, but this movie's really just fucking made up fucking tomfoolery bullshit.
Honestly, you should watch Cape
P.T.
Fear.
Barnum was a real person.
Apollo 13 is a real ship.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with Armageddon. Where an asteroid was coming to destroy the Earth.
Well, I wish it fucking did. Anyways.
And they had the drill on the asteroid. The whole point of that movie is they drill on an asteroid as it's flying through outer space.
Maybe that'll be my next year theme. I'll just pick movies where asteroids are about to crash into the Earth.
And say it's based on real events.
Don't Look Up. All right? Is that the plot of Don't Look Up?
I believe so. Or
basically.
I watched that movie last month. I can't... I couldn't remember if it was global warming, if it was asteroid. I don't remember.
Those are very different things.
I know, but what is it about? Is it asteroid, right? It's asteroid.
It is an asteroid coming towards Earth. And
Does Chicken Little count?
I'll give it to you.
I hate this so much. Anyways, anything else to say about The Greatest Showman?
So another thing to say about The Greatest Showman, one of my dumb thoughts, more along the lines of like Brenden type, musings. While I was watching it, I think up until we actually get the character's name, there was that reviewer who would show up and would trash the...
Brenden, who did that reviewer remind you of? I don't know if it's like not the same, but in some ways it reminded me of something like right away. What's his name from Ted Lasso? The guy who wants to be the douchebag and everything.
I
don't know why I can't think of his name.
Something, The Independent.
Yes,
that guy. Yeah.
Right. I was like,
anyway,
he's gonna end up liking this guy at some point. It's like,
fuck. Everyone needs to watch Ted Lasso.
Before I think we found out he was a reviewer, and before we got his name, I was like, oh shit, we're gonna find out that this guy's actually Bailey, and at the end they team up to be Barnum and Bailey.
Wait, I also was thinking that
happens in the post-credit scene. Did you guys watch the post-credit scene?
No.
In the post-credit scene, Zach Efron walks out. I want to start the Avengers Initiative.
Wait, when I didn't listen to I'm bad at when I'm watching
the Ringling Brothers Initiative.
I don't catch everyone's name all the time, and then I'm like, oh, that guy, Zach Efron's character. But at one point in the end of the movie, I was like, wait, is he going to end up being Bailey when he handed over his hat to him? I was like, oh, so he's going to end up being Bailey. So that's Barnum and Bailey. That was like my
that is the same thing. Then
I looked up his name and I was like, oh wait, no, he's not that
guy. So I also couldn't tell you what fucking his name was in the movie. And when that happened at the end, I just took that as, oh yeah, that's fucking Barnum. That's how they made fucking PT and Barnum and Bailey's. Ringling Brothers. Are they Ringling Brothers or Mike? Is that a different circus?
They teamed up with Ringling Brothers. None of them exist anymore. So
yeah, the circus is bad. Spoiler.
Do you think? Do you guys think PT Flea was based off PT Barnum from?
Are we done with the Greatest Showman? Can we move on? Are we done here?
Are we gonna start doing
What's in the box? What's in the box? Before we do what's in the box, actually, a couple things. One, the PTC Movie Club for March is Todd's pick, and he picked
Still Gross Point Blank.
Gross Point Blank.
Still Gross Point Blank.
I almost said Donnie Darko, actually. Gross Point Blank. So if you want to listen to us talk about Gross Point Blank, we'll talk about Gross Point Blank at the end of March. Also, I don't know, fucking follow us on social media. Leave us a review. Anyways, what's in the box? If you don't know what what's in the box is a game where I pull 3 games off the shelf. I read the back of the box. The panel has to guess what that game is. First person to get it gets the point. Right now, the scoreboard for 2022 is Dom and Todd tied with 10 points. Mike right behind him with 8 points. I have 2 stumps. Front of the show, Odell Harmon Jr. has a point. Front of the show, Ken Shepard has 2 points. Without further ado, what's in the box? Actually, before we do that, I'm going to pilot this on this episode, and we'll see how it goes. Nope. If you say a guess, you have to wait 5 seconds before you can say anything again. So keep that in mind when you blurt out something that could potentially be a game in the series, but not actually the game. You need the full title for this game. What's in the box? Every path is yours to take. 8 travelers, 8 adventurers explore each traveler's story and use their unique...
Octopath Traveler.
Mike with the slam fucking dunk.
Couldn't remember the full title.
I
honestly thought Todd was gonna snipe that one immediately. You're muted,
Todd.
Todd.
Todd's just.
He's doing that on purpose. He's doing it on purpose. He's being the fucking jerk.
I hope he's not. I hope he really is, like, he doesn't know that his mic is muted and he actually knows the next answer.
Well, it sucks. It sucks for him because we're gonna go to the next game. Are you here now?
What if he actually said Octopath Traveler first?
Wait, did he say something? Because I never heard him say anything. Now Todd's gone. I was looking at the game case, so I didn't see if Todd was moving his mouth. Did anyone else?
I also was not paying attention. So.
I wasn't paying attention either.
Yeah, I couldn't hear any of you guys.
Wait, hold on, Todd. Yeah, but are you saying that you said the answer before, Mike?
Oh, no. I didn't get that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I will wait for your camera to come back, and then we'll go back. All right. Game number 2. What's in the box? The ultimate battle for blank blank is upon us. Team up with blank legends in the battle against darkness. That's the whole back of the box.
Oh, I just thought I thought I couldn't hear anything again. I was like, oh fuck, here we go.
You do need the full title of the game.
Do it again.
The ultimate battle for blank blank is upon us. Team up with blank legends in the battle against darkness.
Hyrule Warriors.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't remember what the DLC was called.
I don't either. There was another game, wasn't? Oh no, there was only one. Yeah.
There is another game.
Hyrule Legends.
There's another game.
Was that the second game?
No.
Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. Is that a game?
That is the second game. That is not the answer to this.
Okay.
The ultimate battle for blank blank is upon us. Team up.
How much spoiler is blank blank? That just gives it right away.
Yeah, I can't. The 3 blanks I cannot give you.
Okay.
Team up with blank legends in the battle against darkness. This game is multi-platform.
Okay.
That's tough. Don't have enough info.
I can give other hints that are not on the back of the box. if you would like me to start doing that, if we are stuck here.
Yeah, I feel like there's not a lot to work off of. So.
Yeah.
What's the rating?
What's the rating?
Yes.
According to me or the internet?
E for everyone.
Oh, what's the
like
rating? Okay.
Yeah.
It is
That's on the back of the box.
rated E10 plus with alcohol reference and fantasy violence.
Oh. A little glug glug going on.
Maybe. One would seem to think. It is a single player game.
Oh, really? Okay. That throws me off a little bit now.
Multiplat, single player, little drinking.
I can give more clues, but the more I give at this point forward will be potentially very...
Wait, when you said multi-plat, was it on Nintendo? Or just Xbox, PlayStation?
Does everyone want me to answer that question?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yes, it is on everything. I don't know if it's on PC, but sure. It is on the 3 platforms. Let me double check, actually. Let me make sure. Yes, it is on everything, including PC.
Oh. Team up with legends, fighting darkness.
We got nothing.
Do we want to stump it? Or again, the clues from this point forward I give could potentially give someone an instant answer. So
what genre? What genre?
Does the whole group want genre?
Sure.
It is considered, and I think it would fall somewhere in RPG.
Okay.
Can you say the beginning again one more time?
Sure. The ultimate battle for blank blank is upon us. Team up with blank legends in the battle against darkness.
Is it Mass Effect?
No.
Mass Effect 2. That's whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't have a real guess anyway.
It is not Mass Effect 2.
I don't know. Yeah,
This game is on current gen consoles. So that means it's on Xbox. I mean, Xbox is complicated because it's on Xbox is like,
you said, right?
yes, Xbox is both. So it's on Series X and Xbox One. It's on PS4 and PS5, and it is on the Nintendo Switch. There are other. This is a series. I'll say that.
I think you might have the stump on this one.
I mean, if the gang throws the towel in collectively, that can happen.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
I honestly thought this was an easy one.
How?
The battle against the darkness, team up with blank legends.
I wasn't getting there.
That puts the score currently Dom 11, Todd 10, Mike 9. It's still a close race. The final game of the week. What's in? Actually, let me. I have a couple of games here. Let me just screen this because I need to make sure that this isn't super easy. I feel like that's very, very easy. Let's see this one. You need the full title for this game. Blank blank returns for an all-new adventure. Jump, swing, and blast your way across blank, blank, blank in search of blank, blank,
Blank.
in search of blank, blank's missing blank, blank. Take control of blank, blank for 2-player cooperative play. Classic blank, blank, blank gameplay with exciting new moves.
Too many blanks.
Too many blanks, so I have to really work with those.
Yeah,
Third
it's like
country
the first
tropical
two
freeze.
lines.
That is incorrect.
Take control of blank for 2-player somethings.
Yeah, is there actually 2-player? You said 2-player co-op?
Take control of blank, blank for 2-player cooperative play. Blank, blank returns for an all-new adventure. Jump, swing, and blast your way across blank, blank, blank in search of...
Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Dominic gets the point.
There's co-op in that?
Yeah, I
That's-
was trying
I
so
knew- I
hard
saw
not
your
to
smile,
laugh.
so I knew I was on the right in the right direction, and I couldn't
didn't-
remember that there was a game before Tropical Freeze. Yeah,
I never knew there was co-op in that game ever.
Uh,
yeah, you could just be Donkey and Diddy.
yeah. Dom pulling ahead, taking a commanding lead. Dom's at 12, Todd at 10, Mike right behind at 9. It's getting interesting. It's heating up, some might say. But with that, that'll do it for episode 303 of the Pass Control Podcast. Like I said, you can find everything we do at passcontroller.io. You can find me at bgroom. You can find Mike at _MikeOpath, Todd at Toddy _by_nature, and Dom at PTC _one little spark. Until next time.